Hey, do you ever feel like life is just too much? Like you're juggling a million things, trying to keep up with everyone else, but inside, you're just craving something more. Peaceful. Yeah, I get it. It's exhausting. And honestly, it feels like we've been taught to overcomplicate things when in reality, the secret to a truly peaceful life is about, well, simplifying. Let's face it, life doesn't have to be this hectic. I've been thinking a lot about this lately, and I came across something that really made me stop and rethink how I live. Tibetan habits. Yup, people who live in some of the most serene places on earth, surrounded by nature and, well, peace. And the cool part? Many of their habits could help us out in our everyday lives. No need for a mountain retreat. You just need a mindset shift and maybe a few tiny changes here and there. So I've gathered 11 Tibetan habits for a simple and peaceful life. Some might surprise you, others might feel like a breath of fresh air. But I promise, if you try a few, you might just find yourself a little less stressed and a whole lot more at ease. First habit, simplifying your space. All right, let's start with the first one. Simplify your space. Now I know, minimalism is one of those words you hear all the time, and it's easy to think I can't do that. But Tibetan culture is all about balance. They believe that your environment has a direct impact on your mind. A cluttered space can mean a cluttered mind. So the first step is simple. Look around. Do you need all that stuff? If not, let it go. I'm talking about the old jackets, the knickknacks you never use, or the stuff that just doesn't bring you joy anymore. You'd be surprised how a bit of decluttering can transform your mood. Second habit, early morning ritual. Next up, rise early. Now, I know the snooze button is tempting, but in Tibetan culture, waking up with the sun is a sacred practice. They believe that the early morning hours are the most peaceful time of the day. The world is quiet, the air is fresh, and your mind is still calm. It's the perfect time to reflect, meditate, or just enjoy a moment of stillness before the chaos of the day takes over. Third habit, practice gratitude. Number 3, practice gratitude daily. It doesn't have to be a big thing, just taking a moment to appreciate what you have. The Tibetans have a practice of gratitude where every morning they think about the things they're thankful for. And get this, they even express gratitude for the little things, like a hot cup of tea or a fresh breeze. Try it. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Trust me, it can shift your entire perspective. Fourth habit, meditation in silence. Fourth, embrace silence. And no, I'm not saying you should start meditating for hours on end, unless you want to, of course. But Tibetan monks are masters of silence. They believe that silence is powerful. It's a time to clear your mind and connect with your inner self. Even just 5 minutes of silence can help reset your mood for the day. Fifth habit, nature connection. Number 5 is something we all forget sometimes. Connect with nature. Tibetans have a deep reverence for nature. They see themselves as part of the earth, not separate from it. So, whether it's a walk in the park or just stepping outside for a few minutes, connecting with nature can instantly lower stress and give you a fresh perspective. Take a moment today. Just breathe in the air and appreciate the beauty around you. Sixth habit, intentional living. Sixth, live with intention. Every action in Tibetan culture is done with purpose. It's all about being mindful of your choices, whether it's eating, working, or simply talking to someone. When you start living intentionally, it helps you focus on what matters most and let go of distractions. What can you do today with more intention? Maybe it's your next meal or a conversation with a friend. Whatever it is, be present. 7th habit, embrace simplicity in food. 7th, keep it simple with food. Now, I'm not saying we should all become monks and eat just rice and soup unless you want to, but in Tibetan culture, meals are simple, nutritious, and comforting. They believe food should nourish the body, not overwhelm it. So let's take a lesson here. Instead of chasing the latest food trend, why not try simplifying your meals? Less processed junk, more whole, natural ingredients. Your body and your mind will thank you. 8th habit, acceptance and letting go. Number 8, learn to let go. Tibetans are masters at embracing the idea of impermanence. They understand that everything changes, and that's okay. If something's no longer serving you, whether it's a relationship, an old grudge, or a bad habit, let it go. Holding on to things just weighs you down. It's not about forgetting, it's about freeing yourself to move forward. 9th habit, kindness to others. Kindness. Tibetan culture is built around compassion. They believe that showing kindness to others is one of the most powerful ways to create peace in your own life. And here's the kicker: kindness doesn't have to be grand gestures. It can be as simple as holding the door open, offering a smile, or listening without interrupting. Little acts of kindness can create big waves of positivity. 10th habit, seek inner peace, not external validation. 10th, stop seeking approval from others. Tibetans emphasize the importance of inner peace, not external validation. I mean, think about it. How often do we find ourselves trying to please others, to live up to their expectations? What if we stopped just for a moment and asked ourselves, am I living for me? Try it out. Free yourself from the pressure to impress others. Live for your own happiness. 11th habit, let your mind wander. Finally, number 11, let your mind wander. Tibetans often engage in daydreaming or quiet reflection, letting their minds float freely without judgment. It's not about being productive every second of the day. Sometimes, letting your mind wander helps unlock creativity, gives you fresh insights, or simply gives you a break from the rush of everyday life. So, there you have it. 11 Tibetan habits for a simpler, more peaceful life. I'm not saying you need to move to the mountains to experience them, but maybe, just maybe, you can bring a little piece of Tibet into your everyday routine. Because let's face it, we could all use a little more peace, right? Now, I'm curious, what's one thing from this list that you're going to try today? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're going to simplify and find peace in your own life. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a friend who could use a little more Zen in their life. Until next time, take a deep breath and remember, peace begins with you. See you soon.